Hello, and welcome back to the Mediterranean Meander, episode 5, where we'll be starting the second season at Chevrolet Tbilisi, with a match against Sangrello, who was in the league with us last year as well. So this is a match. 3 teams go down, at most, I believe. I think it's 2 guaranteed, 1 playoff. I can't exactly remember. But this is a good match to determine will we be in the bottom or will we be in the mid-table. Because they are just as good as us, and since only only 2 teams go to the relegation playoff at one straight down. So basically, will we be better than seventh is what matters, and hopefully we are. So let's get this match underway. This is the team going in. The only transfer that wasn't in the last video that's major, that isn't someone on the bench, was getting Adrian Cruz on loan. I tried to buy him outright because I wanted $0 for him. He rejected it because we couldn't afford to pay him, even though he's only paid 13K right now, so we could have. But he is not a great guy, but he's better. Yeah, his average stat is probably 9, which is higher than most of our players on our team. So I expect him to do good, especially because he can play both midfield, center, and attack midfield. But other than that, there haven't been any major transfers that have been taken. So yeah, let's get underway against Samgrelo, where he's still using the same 4-4-2 diamond. And let's see how we're going to fare this year. I've had some issues with players complaining about playing time during the offseason. Bazaria, who was my starting left back last year, is not happy about being a squad player now. And some people agree with him, but most didn't. So I was kind of said, great talk, guys. Let's not discuss this again. And they were angry, but I don't really care. I also cut the bonuses because, I mean, we're broke. We are going bankrupt. There's no way around it. They gave us a wage rate that's way too high, but still somehow not good enough. So let's see. 24 minutes in, we still have not seen a single highlight. I'm on key, right? Okay, good. I just want to make sure I wasn't on text only. Good pass there. Ijiklia, the man who we signed last year and then couldn't play. Good goal there from Vano Shenglidzize, who is one of our new additions, with an assist from the guy we couldn't play last year, but could play this year. That's actually a very good run. That's technically a 1-2. Um, just very much delayed and not quite the full tiki taka immediately pass back kind of thing. Yeah, that puts us up 1-0 going to the 40th minute, and we get the ball back. Not great passing, but they don't seem to be pressing too hard, so we have a lot of space to run on it. Gagia on the left back position passes to the center back Gardenia. Jare is kind of passing it back and forth, waiting for an opening. Yeah, Jare is filling in as a deep lying playmaker. Not making a ton of plays, just kind of recycling possession right now, which is fine. Cruz, the new signing, puts it in for Sanglese, who gets it tipped behind by the Sangrella goalkeeper. Time for a corner, and I don't think we scored on many. We scored on a couple of these last year, but not a ton. I hope we score on more of them. We probably won't because I don't have Kirienko on the pitch most of the time, and he's our main corner threat. But hopefully, some of our players who are more like not great corner targets, but 10 jumping reach and a 10 heading should be good enough to win a couple, considering how bad and low quality the league is. That was a very easy shot to make. Bad job by the goalkeeper, but fortunately he saw it wide. Cruz, we don't have pass into space on, right? That's my least favorite setting. Tactic, yeah, we don't. Okay. So that was just a bad pass. That wasn't caused by the tactics there. They have a corner in the extra minute at a time before we go into the half. So if we keep them out here, we should be fine. All right, we clear it, but only to a Zamgrello player, and they put it across the line for a goal kick. All right, they are on the counter, but fortunately, I guess, yeah, that's technically a clearance. Don't know why he cleared it, considering he was on our side of the pitch and could have just held the ball up, but that seems immaterial. Maybe the match fixing started again. I don't know. Uh, I thought I cleared out that program and that's where we lost, but apparently not. Um, all right, coming on the right wing, pressing forward, can not quite get it in, but he puts it into the box and it is cleared on his second effort. But Zari puts it in, and Gajini gets the header but can't quite direct it goalwards, going slightly over the bar. And we are going into the 60th minute soon, so I will make subs now. Let's see. Zaria on. So anyone who's really tired, this is the first match of the year. I don't want to get people dead on the. That's good. Why am I not sending you a Dilp? Oh, yeah, because you're old. You're very old. But I did just sign him, I think. Yeah, I did. All right. Yeah, I don't want to start players being super tired immediately, so let's just not. If you're already on a half yellow heart, 56 minutes into the first match of the year, it's not a good sign. So we need to rotate heavily. Also, it is annoying that you can. Oh, good deflection there. Puts it over. It is annoying that you can have 35 players on your team, but you can only have 7 subs. So it's effectively you can really only have 22 active at any point, which is annoying. Why can't it be like Italy where you can have 2 full teams? And obviously Italy has other more annoying squad registration rules, but you can have 15 subs. Jikia puts it well over, but he didn't really have an option there, so taking a shot and directing it close-ish to the goal, I think it's 0.03 XG, is better than nothing. I was going to hold out for another 23 minutes. And that cross, shot, something, connects with the head, but goes over the bar for our goal kick. They're on the attack. We aren't pressing, but we aren't supposed to press heavily because we are not athletic enough to press heavily. To be fair, on offense, they're not athletic enough to counter effectively off a bad press, but I'd rather not get put in that situation in the first place. All right, that was a good win for us and sets the tone for the season. We should expect to be top half now. It wasn't a really convincing win, but it was good enough, basically. And I don't think this league is going to be significantly harder than League of Four. Um, but it's just, I struggled a bit in League of Four, even though the team wasn't. So hopefully we are able to build off that. Right, I just signed you. When does contract start? Yeah, well, no, I signed him last month. So not a decent bit ago. Um, but yeah, let's see. I think we shall play. I'll come back for what are the projections this year for where people are gonna finish? Um, Aragvi seems to be another top 4 team, so we'll play Aragvi, and then play Aragvi, and then come back for the Bakmaro game, and then we'll go from there. So at least we'll play those 2 matches on episode. So I'll be back when we are starting the Aragvi match. Not quite to the match, but big news, everyone. I asked the boy for a coaching course. They said no. I came in and said why, and they said, all right, we'll give it to you. So why they said no in the first place? No idea. However, in 4 months, I'll be getting a national C license for the Georgian FA. And well, starting an upward trend, I'll probably will get future jobs now. So that's good. These stats are gonna go up. All right, I'll be back for the match. All right, we have made it to the match. Let's go and get this win. If we win this, I'm quite happy. That means that I'm fairly confident about staying up. And this is more of a test of can we get one of the promotion spots. Because ideally, I don't want to stay at the team for a significant amount of time. However, if we can get promoted again, I'll definitely stay here until a better job comes around. So if we're in the top 3 spot by the time I finish my coaching course, which is about 4 months, I probably won't be looking at other teams. But, if we're like 4 through 8th, I'll probably be like, all right, let's see if I can find a new opportunity here. All right. Again, nothing happening, but we are definitely the most dominant team here with 7 more shots. Yeah, so we just need to get one that's actually highlight worthy and it'll be good. And that is a first half almost entirely devoid of highlights. Let's see if we can score off this. I know it's their highlight, but let's see if we can score off it anyway. Attendance looks a bit better than last year. Not by much, like by 30 people. And considering gate receipts, the ticket prices are the exact same. Not super excited about the budget of the club. Like, even if we get promoted next year, even if we get promoted this year, we may not. Like, we may go into administration, is what I'm saying. I don't think it's gonna get that bad, but we're gonna be like $500,000 in debt this year. The just the wage budget itself is higher than our total revenue, I think, by like tens of thousands. It's nice passing. Move it forward. Stop playing backwards. Good job. Gabunia, one of our other strikers, gets to Zulia, who is offsides? No, onside, but misses anyway. All right, time to sub Kurenko off for Zengleje. I'll bring on Basari, and I'll bring on Zuria. But it looks like this match will be a draw, which I'm not opposed to necessarily. It's a point. But draws are the devil. Because when you're in the bottom half, a draw is good because it means you picked up a point. If you're competing for an actual, for a top 4 spot like we are trying to here, a draw is the worst outcome you can get. It's technically, 1 point more than a loss. However, it's better to, if you have 3 draws, as long as you get 1 win out of those 3, you're as even. So it really comes down to, as we score to make it not a draw. I'd much rather have no draws, and even if it's like 4 wins and 6 more losses instead of 10 draws, much rather have that. Of course, draws as the underdog are always good, but I'll never be someone to sit back and be like, oh, we'll accept a draw against this team that's around as good as we are. As we make it 2-0 with a great shot from outside the box from Zuzulia there, who is our vice captain. And one of the few players who started both last year and this year. Maybe the only one, actually, yeah. I'm not counting goalkeeper, but of the outfield players, I think he's the only one that's starting again this year. All right, well, I'll make some more subs. Not gonna make a difference. It's like 5 minutes left, so they won't really get they won't get ratings, won't improve their attributes or anything, but just get some rest, All right, we scored 2 goals in like the span of 4 minutes, and we won. We were the better team by far the entire game, but it just took a little bit for us to break through. Yeah, 2 goals in the span of 2 minutes, but we had like 21 shots, so we deserve this. All right. I will be. So that's a good win. Puts us top of the table. No other team has won 2 games. So yeah, it does look like we have a decent shot of staying around this area for the entire season. Because Aragvi was one of the relegated teams from last year, so they should theoretically have better players than we do. I don't know if they do, but they should be slightly better because they were a second division team last year. And they were even in bottom place. They're 10th of 12, I assume. Let's see. No, there are only 10. Oh, they must have gone through one of those things like France did a little while back, where they relegated extra teams to make up to like reorganize the structure. That would make sense because they were not 10th last year. Or they were not bottom of the table last year. They were slightly above it. But yeah, I will be back for the next match we will play, which is against Bacmano, because these other two teams are projected to be mid-table or worse, while they're projected to be fairly decent. So yeah, I will be back for that. All right, so as we go into this match against Bakamara, we just need to kind of ignore the last two games. Those losses are important. They never happened. Let's go win this game. You can go in. All right, no, I don't want you starting. That's that guy's job. I just wanted you on the bench. But Cavalli is, yeah, he's on the bench there. All right, let's go, boys. I wonder what is the nickname of Tbilisi? Well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. They're gone. We can call them whatever we want. What are they gonna do? Complain? Let's see. What would be a good nickname? And obviously I can go find the actual nickname. But where's the fun in that? The nickname was is there one? Ah, yes. Sokol, apparently. Which translates to falcon. Yeah, falcon works. That was apparently back when they were founded. Um, so it's a Czech word, so-called, not a Georgian one. 'Cause apparently it was founded by a Czech man in Georgia at the time. As they go forward and don't quite score, it bounces off the woodwork. However, they're still on the offensive, but that bad pass means it effectively kills any chance they had at the goal and also kills the highlight. 10 minutes in, seems to be pretty evenly matched between us and Bakamara. If it's going poorly, I'm going to leave as soon as possible. I don't know if you lose progress in a coaching course if you leave a team. It would make sense if you did because you have to be employed for those. So I don't want to be forced to stay here for 4 months, but if I have to, I have to. And that's a goal for us as Maklaj, from the deep lying playmaker position, stabs at home. And it looks like they're on the offensive now. I think, honestly, I've never left a team while mid coaching course. I also thought National C for some reason was way short. I thought it was 6 weeks, not 4 months. I thought only ones that are 4 months or longer were like the pro okay. So that's not the goalkeeper's fault. I mean, it is because he should have claimed that when it went by him. But like, let's do math here. 1, 2, 3. He should have claimed that instead of trying to deflect it. But that's 4 players that are at fault for that goal. But unfortunately, I think it's just the goalkeeper who'll get blamed for it. But he definitely has the least blame of every. What was that? All right, come on, guys, we got this. All right, he boots it up. They can't get to it. Straight goalkeepers playing passes to each other is always my favorite part. Come on, guys, move forward. Play this pass back to the fullback. Yeah, fullback. Zulia. Oh, can't quite get it in. Bounces off the head of both players there. God, it's all falling apart. And they're not even good goals. That's the thing. This is what exactly what happened in the previous two matches. Is that of the 6 goals we allowed, probably 5 of them were just randomly going in. Well, one was that guy. That's a pretty good effort. Zulia plays for Jiklia, who, admittedly, I'm complaining about goals that shouldn't go in, and he just delivers that. Uh, so you win some, you lose some. But still, it's definitely the luck is not falling in our favor these last 3 matches. Makes sense. Defenses at this level are significantly worse than offenses. A bit too much juice on that. Can't quite get to Shiklia. And like we don't even have a we have a standard defensive line. What is that? Like whatever. It feels like the end of last season. We just kept on losing matches that were just not our fault. Like there's a difference between that where clearly the defense is not tracked back well enough and left him completely uncovered so he can make a run, and just not marking him at all from a goalkeeper kick that went 2/3 the length of the field and just having living completely unmarked behind you. It's a big difference between that. All right, we just need one more goal and we'll be fine. One more. Please just give us another goal. That would put us back on 9 points. And put us in, well, I guess in 5th. Now it kept us in the same spot, but we can't afford to be dropping points for stupid reasons. And we've already done that twice so far with 2 losses. Oh my Jesus. Oh. Well, at least we kept the ball. And we did nothing with it. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be a draw. A very undeserved draw. And yes, we've scored all 3 shots on target that we've had. But their 3 goals were significantly lower quality. More us than anything. Like, that's fine. Like, that's slow players are slow players. That's going to happen sometimes. What isn't fine is that defensive line was so high in the first place that happened. Like, this guy probably, if this guy has, like, what's his acceleration? Yeah, he does seem to be actually fast. But, like, these aren't, he's not going to have 19 acceleration. He probably has 11 acceleration and, like, 10 pace or something like that, which is not significantly better than their defensive line. But yeah, either way, not a good result for us. And I'm going to start looking for other jobs. I know I just signed a contract. I really don't care. The whole point of taking this position was to go out and get a, just get a title. Otherwise, I don't particularly care about this team. Let's see. So some of these teams are clearly too far away, but any team in Grace is going to be close enough. Not that I'm going to get this job, but I'll apply for it. And let's see. Goal is in Chesley. They're not near the coast, I don't think. Some of these other ones are, and I don't want to keep too strict to that. And clearly, I've already broken the rule because I'm playing into Tbilisi. So it's not a massive thing, but yeah, I'm gonna apply to a bunch of jobs. And I think in the next episode, we will play the cup match and then the second Aragvi match, just to see. Yeah, just somewhere in these two. So yeah, the Abuli match, the Aragvi match, and maybe the Sangrello match again. Just so we see teams that we can actually beat. It is interesting that the schedule. I know the schedule is you play each team 4 times, but it is interesting I don't rotate it out more. Where it's basically just the same. Yes, almost the exact same order. It's not like you play. They take the other 9 teams and like put them in a random pot, then draw from there. It's just same order, slightly changed. But yeah, anyways, see you in the next episode, which hopefully is more fruitful than this one.